Okay, just a matter of time till all hell's gonna break loose here in Fredericton because of the issue of crystal meth, which I've been talking about for the last 3 years. But the media is not doing any favor, especially the CBC. This morning I couldn't believe it. They turn around. I think if you go to YouTube and you write wet shelter, I presume my video will show up, or will it be not? Yeah, wet shelter, Fredericton, 2 years ago, and one a few months, and yeah, oh yeah, all kinds. So anyway, what I was saying is George Pierce is now deceased. Nice guy. He, I would love to see him right now, how he would handle the issue of crystal meth. Anyway, and of course handle the meth heads at the kitchen. He turned around. The meth heads were, where was I going? Where was I going with that? Oh, he asked for a wet shelter, and everybody made fun of him and said, a wet shelter? Yeah, for the drunks to go somewhere during the winter time with a bouncer so they could enjoy their hard liquor. The drunks. What? You want the drunks to be treated with respect? No, he got shut down. This morning, Pat Carlson, haven't heard that name in years. You talk about something from the past. They interviewed her about people with alcohol problem that needs the need of a shelter in downtown Fredericton. They talked to a guy. What's his name again? I had lunch with him. He's now in Montreal. Used to be Deputy Minister of Social Development. Peter? Anyway, they interviewed him, and the same thing, alcohol. They interviewed a guy from Ottawa, alcohol. Well, CBC, I got news for you. I haven't seen the drunk downtown for years. The days of Russell and Gary Blundell and Bob Murray, John Crabb. You know, the days where they were bitching and complaining about the drunks downtown. I would rather have 50 drunks than 2 meth heads downtown. So they never mentioned crystal meth again. It was for the drunk. The CBC turned around a couple days ago. They mentioned wet shelter, and I was shocked. Came from Moncton, and they immediately from the start of the news said crystal meth. People on crystal meth in the wet shelter. Well, you know what? They never mentioned that again. I'm sure somebody called them. Can you say so-called doctor Sarah Davidson? And said it's not crystal meth. It's not meth heads. They don't use the term meth heads anyway. What's what she calls it? Substance abuse disorder? Fucking crazy. Oh, I swear. Swearing and crystal meth goes hand in hand. Say no to meth. So, to have them say wet shelter and talk about alcohol, there's no alcohol problem in downtown Fredericton. The issue is crystal meth. Now, again, to prove that we don't have a problem in downtown Fredericton, what we're going to do is Margot Shepherd, Councillor Margot Shepherd. Where is she? I got to trim it. Councillor Margot Shepherd, Ruth Breen, Cassandra LeBlanc, and Kevin Dara, they're all going to not support a jail here in Fredericton next Monday night during council. They're going to tell New Brunswick and Canada that Fredericton is open for business to the meth heads. You'll come to Fredericton, you will not be held responsible for your crime, for your action. You could do anything you want and nobody's going to bother you because the city of Fredericton supports you and loves you very much. I can't understand why Margot Shepherd turned and said she wants everybody to be free, just like Planets of the Apes. So there's a lot of educational program that has to be going on about what the media is saying and what these people are trying to brainwash the public. There's no alcohol problem in downtown Fredericton. I never seen a drunk in years. And the issue with Crystal Met, and the only time that we are going to say, oh my God, we got to do something, is when somebody's going to get a knife right across their throat. It's sad, but it's true.